E te ti, e te tā raurangatira mā tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai haere mai ki Manukau ki te pāwhutupōro rangatahi whakataitai a motu roa mano roa te kau mawha. Mā rima, sorry. Taroha mai. Ko Mai Williams tēnei, māua ko Sean Wilkie. He kai whakapāho mō tēnei rā. Tuatahi, ngā mihi kia George, rawa ko Sarah mō mahi I tēnei rā. He tino pai rawa atu koroa. Sean, welcome, mate. Great to be back here with you. You've already done a shift this morning. I'm in the night shift by the looks of it, just turning up. How was it this morning and how are you?
Ai, tika tau mai, tēnā koe, tēnei te mihi kia koutou kua whai wā, ki te hono mai ki tēnei pāpahotanga. Ai, it's been a very good morning. We had a great game this morning, North Harbour 18 boys versus Manoa 2, and then unfortunately I had to duck away, so I missed the other two games, but Georgie did tell me that the quality stayed the same, if not even higher. So very much looking forward to this next game here. Kāpiti Horowhenua versus the home team, we might call them, Counties Manukau and the under-16 mixed grade.
Yeah, before we get into the teams, we can't just go past the little break that you did just have. Now, I have a face for radio, but you don't. You're a very good-looking man. However, you went and had a little bit of surgery. You don't. This is the superhero, is it? You do a little bit of commentary, duck off, have a major surgery on your face and come back and ready to go again. Is that commitment or what?
Oh, pretty lucky that the camera's not facing my way and hopefully it stays that way. But no, very much looking forward to this game and very much looking forward to the talent that we've got on display.
As you said, it is Kāpiti Horowhenua versus Counties Manukau in our under-16s mixed grade. This is the fourth of our live stream games on day one of this incredible youth national tournament. Big shout out to Bunnings Warehouse, the major sponsor, major partner that has helped Touch New Zealand achieve so many of its goals. We see here the Kāpiti Horowhenua under-16 mixed team. Steinmetz was someone I got told. Just be careful. I think he's ready for a big game, this one. But great line up there, do Kāpiti Horowhenua. And the Counties Manukau, this is more your area, the Counties Manukau area. Any names in there that stick out for you?
Yeah, well, I can't go quite far past the coaches in particular, Mahia Nathan, Charlotte Davis, two very big names here in Counties Manukau, integral parts of the development of the younger grades, but not only that, the open grades themselves when playing and still playing at a very high level. Then going through the team list, there's a lot of big names there that I'm sure are going to put on quite the display. The Gemmell name's one that sticks out to me, a very prominent whānau here in Counties Manukau.
Now, obviously, I just said I've only just turned up about an hour ago. What has the touch been like on our live stream games so far? Anything that you noticed in those games?
It's just been at a very high level. It shows the development of the game, the development of the coaching, the game in particular that I was fortunate enough to be able to be the kai kōrero for in the Te Kēmu Tuatahi. One thing I did pick up on was the very high skill level. Not only that, but the speed of the game and the adaptations the coaches were able to make during the games.
Now we're hearing the 2-minute music played in behind. Famous, infamous, some love it, some hate it, but I don't think there could be a touch tournament without it. Just before we do kick off, I want to acknowledge the kaiwawa for this game. Des Jonker, Stuart Fitzpatrick and Michaela Ruiti. Definitely one of the up-and-coming superstars. If you're watching the secondary school touch nationals, you would have seen her to get a final, and I'd have to say probably one of the youngest ever to get a final at that tournament, and there she is on screen. Generally, if you start the game, you're probably the key referee in this game, but I think Des, being the gentleman he is, has let her go out there and start the mahi.
Ai, tautoko tēnā kōrero there, Maya. The first game we had very, very top-level referees, and every game since then it has been the same. Tēnei te mihi nunui ki ngā kaiwawa katoa huri noi tēnei whakataitai. Nō mātou, nō rātou te hunga e tākaro ana te tino waimari ki te tākaro ki tō koutou taha. Nā reira, tēnei te mihi kia koutou.
Pai rawa. Counties. You got both eyes open? Well, jeepers, technically you don't right at the moment as one sleeping.
No, I
you think County's going to take this one out to you, Sean, or that's who you're rooting for?
Well, I mean, I'd like to stay quite neutral. I know Kāpiti Horowhenua are quite the strong mixed team historically, but Counties, coming through the grades, always manage to find great strength through all the grades. So here we see Counties tap off from the halfway. Maybe a bit of a pet play coming here on the left flank.
Oh, it's great to be back. When I got the call, just the reminder that this tournament was on. I was so keen. While the summer is great to relax, missed touch. Great to be back here, and we see Counties Manukau Their under-16s mixed team, nearly in that first set, get the first touchdown. Good work there by Vontae, the number 5, who has the ball in hand.
Yeah, County's just testing them on the low game there. I'd say that's probably quite a great inclusion there from Mahia Nathan, the coach. He's quite good at the low game himself. And I'd say we'd like to see a lot of inclusion from the wahine here from the County side, with Shah Davis in the box, a very prominent figure in both the mixed and the women's game.
Good set there from Kāpiti Horowhenua on defence. Now straight into their work. We talk about this all the time. The transition zone, this orange zone, Sean. Team who generally can be the most accurate in this space gives himself the best opportunity to be successful.
Yeah, 2 complete sets straight off the bat there. Both sides with no errors. It's a good sign for the start of the game. George and I spoke earlier in the first game about how important the first 2 minutes are to get your flow on for the game. As we see Counties exiting well here, I'm sure they'll want to get down to the 7 and complete another set, and it would be quite a great start to the game.
Great job so far from Counties Manukau. Didn't get across in that first set. When you give the ball away, you want to be down the end. A bit of a bounce ball there. Referee says play on. They go this left-hand side. As he said, play on again. Looks like he has. 5th touch. Armani, the number 9. Ezekiel now trying to set things up with him. It's 6 again. Yeah, there it is.
Yes, our first recount of the game, and I'm sure this is where Counties will look to thrive. No better time than the boys to come and put on display a little bit of a showcase for everyone on the 7-metre line.
What can Ezekiel do here? I'd say these two, partners in crime. Goes back out to this right-hand side. Good defence here, Horowhenua Kāpiti, giving direction. Again, going back to this right-hand side. Little follow play in there, Sean. One you love.
Yeah, no, that's just a County special, that one. Definitely coming from the direction of Mahia Nathan. I've been scored on a few times, that one by the man himself. But now he's putting it onto the young boys, and no better execution as we see in the Bunnings warehouse replay. Fake for the quickie, the short side scoop. We were able to run the same play. This was the play before. They find back into the middle. Good patience. Back in the hands of that man again. I think they're going to give it to him. Take it short side, and a nice piro there for the piro tuatahi o tēnei kemu.
Maruariki Hunt, we see him there, the number 9 for Counties Manukau. As you said, the first dot down for this game, and no, I thought it was going to be the first hit back straight away there. Great work there, Taylor Dickey, number 10 for Kāpiti Horowhenua.
Yeah, and just as that replay was finishing up there, we saw their strike play coming down on the 7-metre line, is what a lot of teams like to call the splitter play, where they have a middle dump, but then all of a sudden the link pops in out of nowhere, and it's been quite a threat, and it's been quite heavily used throughout the national tournaments lately, Maya. That's been quite a tricky play to defend, I must say.
Is that something we should be surprised in, or actually not at all, in terms of when we know something's happening in that open game, and our open coaches are generally probably coaching down at this level too, that do you think those moves filter down into our youth teams, or do they filter up into the opens teams, the masters teams?
I mean, it definitely comes from the top. We're very lucky here to have such a great high-performance pathway and the coaching staff that we do have at that level. But there's no reason that these young boys aren't almost executing these plays. And the young wahine, that they are very, very sharp. And a lot of the plays do actually come from the grassroots like this and then taken to the higher level.
It's funny, you talk about these young players, and I just think how physically dynamic they are is so significantly more than up in those open grades. And it's almost to a point that our opens players, it's about efficiency of effort, isn't it? It's around not just running around like a headless chicken, showing how physically gifted you are.
Absolutely. The tactic definitely comes through the structure in the open grade, where not quite as nimble, not quite as athletic as these young tamariki, rangatahi are, and it's very impressive to see.
1-0, Counties Manukau doing a good job here on defence. Kāpiti Horowhenua, unfortunately, while getting some fresh players on, just a little bit static, and to their credit, Counties Manukau really lifting up well. That excellent defence.
Yeah, great defense there from Joshua Layton. It almost looked as though he made every single touch in that set, and he was quite the menace there through the defense. It was causing quite a few issues there for Kāpiti Horowhenua coming through the field.
See what, like the footwork there from Fidelis Wayne Hawaiki, number 3 for Kāpiti Horowhenua. I think we'll get an opportunity. Oh, that's great. Talk about taking your opportunity.
Oh, karawe. Ngā tāne, ngā wahine katoa. That was an awesome effort there from Counties. We had a few subbers, but we had both the tāne and the wahine there running to get back and make that touch. It was great effort there.
He looks sharp, does the number 3 from Kāpiti Horowhenua. Interesting to see what he can come up here with. Hilton Sweetman now with the ball. Goes back door, no, in a short one. I think there'll be a penalty. Just heard in the background, referee calling a couple of the Kāpiti players offside. Fresh 6 here. First touchdown. Have we had many repeated touchdown removal of players to the sideline where we get 3 in a row?
Not that I've seen today. I think the refereeing has been somewhat of that. It has been a very flowing game, and to be completely honest, the players have been receiving the reports well from the referees.
Fidelis Wayne Hawaiki, I thought he was going to make me look like a genius. Nearly getting across for Kāpiti Horowhenua's first touchdown. Just unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. But look at this Counties Manukau since the start of the game, 7 minutes into it. Sean, they've just been very direct, haven't they? They seem to be getting Kāpiti Horowhenua on the back foot defensively.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too eager there, but there's no fault on the effort, that's for sure. Kāpiti Horowhenua might get the treats here off the back of some hard work defending the yards. Getting the extra metres right up to the 7 metre line will give the boys a great platform in the middle to try direct some play. So we see them coming here to the far side wing. Maybe a sneaky play, maybe just to make a touch and find their feet again.
Really peppering this right-hand side. Oh, thought he got in there, but great touch. There's our man, Hilton Sweetman, number 5 for Counties Manukau. Now, even though you're a superstar, long before I met you at Rotorua when we did that first gig together in terms of doing the commentary. And I thought to myself, jeepers, I never met such a mature, humble young man. And then when I had the opportunity to commentate you at the Opens, I was expecting this nice, and what a beast you turn into. Once you cross that white line, it's straight beast mode, is it? Not be meaning to catch up with you and share that with you.
Yeah, somewhat hard on the sleeve type of player. Definitely enjoy a little bit of competitive spirit, but sometimes the red mist has crept in a little bit. So, yeah, definitely had to stamp that out of the game a little bit, that's for sure.
Oh, no, don't stamp it out. And I wasn't talking about any red mist, just the competitiveness that you had. It was incredible to watch, and I can see why you're talked about by so many. Kāpiti Horowhenua, though, just not quite getting on the same page. But, again, the strength we talk about of the wahine in these teams is just so good, and Kāpiti Horowhenua for so many years dominating mixed touch, and many of the mixed teams being filled with regards to wahine from Kāpiti Horowhenua. No surprise to see they continue to be so strong in that area of the game.
Without a doubt, both sides here are very fortunate to have a team full of very strong wahine. As we see a scoop straight through into the end goal. Can he find an open player? Yes, he can. Dot down in the corner for Kāpiti Horowhenua's first.
The number 2 there for Kāpiti Horowhenua, Grace. Ivania Grace, the number 2. Great pickup. I think that might have been Toby Lane. No, it wasn't. It was number 13, Riley Dickey. Set things up. Ivania Grace made him look even better. 1-1 Kāpiti against Counties Manukau. 5 to go in the first half.
Yeah, with the clean set of heels there, I think Riley Dickey might need to be a name that we highlight and look to try bring this Kāpiti Horowhenua team back on top with 1-1 the score 5 minutes ago. It's quite the grudge match here.
Tali Manu, number 8 for Counties Manukau. Haven't seen him inject himself like we just did then, so great to see him out here. He's now with the ball. No, this is Vontae. Did Vontae get across? He told the ref he does, and then give it a bit of a, what's that called, a dab?
Oh, I'm not too sure myself about that one. I'd have to ask a few other people to remind me what that dance move's called, but a great try nonetheless. As you say, Vontae, number 5 from Counties Manukau. He gets the ball here just in the middle. They've slowed it down, find their feet. Normally gives the opposition some time to reset, but I think he backed himself here. He always knew where he was going. Bit of footwork, the in, the out, and he scores a great try. No slam dunk, no shoulder injury, and a great little celebration there to finish.
The big right-hand shoulder fake. Straight back here. Oh, just unfortunately couldn't release the ball. They had numbers on their left-hand side. Taylor Dickey, the number 10. Very underestimated player. Lucky just a bobble there.
And as quickly as Kāpiti Horowhenua equaled the scores up, Counties take the lead 2-1 with just over 3 minutes left in this first half here.
Back through their work. It's the Waihenea team that are the real link to ensure that when all their boys are going off, they're getting fresh subs on, that momentum's still going forward, that the passes are out in front. Just a key element to that transition phase in this mixed grade. Having strong Waihenea links and wingers. There you can see the QR code. For those of you who are wondering what that is, that's the Homegrown Heroes. As Counties Manukau get another penalty. Homegrown Heroes is back for 2025. It is an absolutely amazing addition to the game. As we just see Counties, do we get that touchdown? Oh, I think she might have dropped it anyway. But the Bunnings Homegrown Heroes is where we Touch New Zealand in partnership with Bunnings get to acknowledge the unsung heroes in the touch community.
And a great touch there coming from the link. Kāpiti Horowhenua Williams, she stepped up well to make that quickie touch. Yeah, I think she needed to make that, or we could have been going in for a try there again.
I might hold off from reading this, just a critical time of the game down here. As we go in for the third touchdown, we see Counties Manukau. They just had to breach that defence, didn't they? So close so many times, but this time they got across.
Yeah, we see the boys centre the ball up here, taking some sort of control. They scoop out a half. The pump long, goes short. Great finish there in the middle. And a bit of cramp to reward him in the box.
Now, the Homegrown Heroes is an initiative that identifies those who show extra level of commitment and effort in the touch community. The touch communities from across Aotearoa are invited to nominate their homegrown hero. Oh, the touch is just so end-to-end. I can't even get a paragraph out, Sean. We see it here again. Hold on. 33, go to this left-hand side. Great hands, great put down. What a catch by the winger.
Yeah, that number 13, Riley Dickey, we spoke about him earlier. I thought we might need to highlight his name, but he's done it for us. As we see in the replay here, he comes down on a 32 peel, goes back to the short side, long ball, great hands in the corner, and a great try. Well finished by Cooper Rudi there in the corner for Kāpiti Horowhenua's second try.
Now I'm going to finally get this out. It's around nominating. The touch communities from across Aotearoa are invited to nominate their homegrown heroes and share why they should be selected. 5 successful recipients will each be awarded $5,000 to reinvest into their touch community. Now, recipients, as we see, Vontae, looks like he went in there. Now, the winners last year, Sean, what incredible people, and you can just tell by the people who won. In Rotorua, we had Steve Hudson, Nelson, Gemma Taikato, North Harbour, Leslie Woodhouse, what a name in North Harbour touch. Diane Manu from Kāpiti Horowhenua, I'm sure, and if she's not here, she's doing something down there while the team's playing. And Dennis Thompson from Southland. So if you think you have a hero back in your community and they deserve $5,000 and the acknowledgement of the incredible mahi they do in your rohe, the sneaky play down the sideline, seen a lot of this last year. And we have it once again. Was that a touch? Referee's called touch. Oh, what a touch from number 15 from Counties Manukau, Sean.
Yeah, what a covering touch there. Stevie Grace, she came from what looked maybe like the sub-box, came all the way across the far side of the field and just makes probably the touch of the game, I'm calling it.
I thought he was home 20 minutes out. I was ready to say what the score was about to become. but an effort. And this time, what happens? Referee says no, touch was late, play on. And there we have Kāpiti Horowhenua's second touchdown for this, the first half. 2-3. I can't even get a message out, Whānau, around our homegrown heroes, and that tells you how awesome this game is going. So go nowhere, otherwise what you're seeing in this replay, you will just miss out. And there it is, what a note to end on. We'll see you back for the second half.
For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, the mahi never stops. Nominate the unsung heroes in your touch community that go above and beyond. They could win $5,000 to invest into the sport we love. Nominate today.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, the mahi never stops. Nominate the unsung heroes in your touch community that go above and beyond. They could win $5,000 to invest into the sport we love. Nominate today.
E te iwi, nau mai, hoki mai, ki tēnei kēmu. Te kēmu o ngā kēmu i tēnei rā. Mixed under 16, counties Manukau versus Kāpiti Horowhenua. I didn't catch the final score. I think we might be going in even with the final score, the dot down on half-time there by Kāpiti Horowhenua. Quite the game we've got going on here, Maya. But I'm going to jump back to you and you can tell me a little bit more about our homegrown heroes.
Yes, there must be something in the water because it's not homegrown heroes, it's homeground heroes. And as you may have heard me say, and you see this barcode up there. Now, what this barcode is up there for is for you to get your phone out, scan it, and nominate your homeground hero so that they can be in the draw to win $5,000. Now, it's not one lot of $5,000, it's 5 lots of $5,000. So this is an amazing initiative that Bunnings have partnered up with Touch New Zealand so that we can acknowledge these key people in our communities. We all know that they do it for the love and they're just so selfless, but it's always great to be able to acknowledge these incredible heroes, homeground heroes.
No, absolutely. And as we see the two teams running back out on the field here, late in that second half, we saw Kāpiti Horowhenua denied a try by some great defence from the Counties Manukau team, well officiated by Ruaiti. Unfortunately, Counties couldn't hold them out. Kāpiti Horowhenua advancing to score another try, 3-3, as we start into the second half.
Yeah, I like the look of both of these teams. Counties strong through that orange zone, but down this end, Kāpiti have shown they've got plenty of bullets to fire and just unfortunately getting caught behind the defensive scoreline. What's the Counties Manukau winger? A great start there, you were right, 3-3 the halftime score was. Kāpiti Horowhenua up against Counties Manukau. But there it is, 4-3 now, I think.
Yeah, that's Dicky last name is holding this Kāpiti Horowhenua team to account. That time there, it was Taylor Dickey. I'm assuming the brother. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe the cousin. Heoia no, very, very skillful there. Throws the pass, finds the person running beautifully through the hole there for another dot down. Kāpiti up on top, 4-3.
Yeah, I said very underrated, Taylor Dickey, the number 10. But now that he's been on the live stream, everyone will know the superstar he is. He's a great team player. Looks like he's had so much time, knows what he wants to do, and he's got all the skills to be able to execute. So I really enjoy watching Taylor. As we come to the end of that set for Counties Manukau. Well done, Kāpiti Horowhenua. The only good thing about a try is the set of defence after it, if you can stop that team.
I think Counties Manukau has done enough there to get a no touch. I was watching the on-field referee. He saw it. The sideline ref saw it, and the closest sideline ref to us saw it. So very well officiated there. Definitely a little bit of daylight there, unfortunately, for Kāpiti Horowhenua.
So what you're saying, there's no chance of getting away with it down the short side again. That was the number 15, the incredible touch we've seen, covering touch. 60 metres she ran to cover that touch. Did the number 15. Piga Rawari. County zone now on attack. Just a quickie in the middle. Testing the fence. 5th touch.
The athleticism of this Kāpiti Horowhenua team are making the 7 metre line look as almost like it's 4 metres or something even shorter. I feel like it takes me almost half to get back to the try line, but these guys are making it look simple.
It probably does, because you're not trying to get all the way back there, just as short as possible.
Yeah, you've got to take the few extra metres when you can. But as I said, we've got 3 sets of eagle eyes here. There's not much getting away with anything.
How surprising is the scoreline, 4-3? The way both teams have been fantastic. Counties, the way they started, they just looked really dominant, and it wasn't until that touchdown was scored I realised that Kāpiti were in front. So they've just done a great job. They've stuck in the grind, and the key thing is when they've had the opportunities, they've taken it, haven't they?
Yeah, Counties Manukau being Counties Manukau will find a way to get themselves back in the game, but we see that man again. Dickey goes through. I think we've got a touch there on the back heel.
There was so many pieces. If we get to see a replay of that last 10 seconds of incredible touch, not only the patience with the ball player just holding it up, putting that beautiful lob, but the Counties Manukau, Wahine, who was on the ground, made one touch, stayed alive and made another touch, which stopped that touchdown. Couldn't grab a number, but that was an incredible piece of play.
We've spoken before about the importance of the power of the wahine in this mixed grade, and that just goes to show how vital they are to keep these teams in the lead. You know, Counties Manukau have done everything they can, and with the very fortunate help of their wahine out wide there, they've saved about 3 tries now.
Absolutely, 100%. And the ones you save, they're worth just as much as the ones you get. So the Counties Manukau wahine in this game, they're not just putting the numbers up on the scoreboard, but they're making sure the other side isn't getting their fair share either. Here he is, my favourite player, Taylor Dickey. He does the set-up work. He does the flash work. This side, time now, just down this left-hand side. Good defence, Counties.
Yeah, Liam Parker knew what his assignment was down there on the short side, and he's defended very well. We see Counties going through the middle of the field, looking towards their sub-box, trying to get the fresh legs coming on. Oh, unlucky there not to find the set of hands. I think there was probably a little bit of open field down that short side. But Kāpiti Horowhenua will be rubbing their hands. Our man in the middle there, Taylor Dickey, I think he'll look to coordinate a little something here. Yeah,
he's pretty impressive. So too is Lucas Steinmetz. Just got the tip. Watch out for Lucas Steinmetz in this game. He's got a hot game coming up. Good touch again there. Great dive. Samuel Tuiti.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Taylor Dickey. He has had a lot of opportunities to go himself. He's had a lot of opportunities to put other people in better positions, and he's definitely the glue holding this team together so far as we see him go the short side. Oh, unlucky there not to stick the pass, but that could have been what put them 2 ahead.
The thing I like about him is just how much time it looks like that he has. He knows what he's going to do. He gets people to set things up in the right spots, reads what the defence does. He's had a fantastic game so far.
Definitely an underrated skill, especially as a ball player, is making it look like you have more time than you think, because the game we play is a very, very fast game, as we see Counties living up to that exact statement. Going short side, a great touch there from Kāpiti.
Knew it wouldn't be too long. So we see now man number 5, Vontae, with his hands back on the ball. You made a good point, Counties being Counties. The thing about Counties, they can put 3 tries on you in the blink of an eye, so there is no scoreline. They can't get back in their favour. And again, this is what they did well in the first quarter of the game, was lifting up, just not allowing Kāpiti, as they did in that touch, and this one again, to get that momentum. They're just rolling at the moment.
I think the important thing for Kāpiti Horowhenua on this side of the half is that they haven't allowed any mistakes to creep into their game, even though there might be a little bit of fatigue as we see them coming down the short side, well covered there from Counties. But Kāpiti hasn't allowed Counties to have any reset strike opportunities on their 7 metre line, because when you give Counties those opportunities, they make them, they turn them into points, don't they?
Exactly, and that's why they're leading. Amir Williams, I think it is, number 4 there from Kāpiti Horowhenua. Just made a skill that is so tough look so easy. Catch and pass where you got a defender lifting up quickly on you. Nearly set her winger up there. Again, we see this part from the Wahine and this county's Manukau team. As their boys are heading off to get new subs on, they just keep the ball going forward.
Yeah, Kāpiti's doing really well to shut down their yards. That one there we saw touch 5 and final on the 10-metre line. County's not able to find the 7-metre, which is where they're most threatening, so I'd say they'd want to try bite down on the mouth guard, as they say, a little bit more when they're coming out of their subset, and give the boys coming on a little bit more opportunity to get a strike.
Attackers would definitely need mouth guards with some of the touches I seen you do last year. Well within the laws, but very well and truly touched. Just slowed things up. Kāpiti Horowhenua, I like this. Riley Dickey set up our first touchdown, and here he is here with the ball, goes short side, steps back, looks to link up with Toby Lane. The touching player must have been onside, otherwise it would have been a play-through touchdown, but they have a penalty.
And that's just great knowledge out there on the link from Rauhuia Gemmell. She knows when there's that mismatch opportunity, just to trust herself going back to the corner, and the boys were there to save on the inside. That was textbook defence from a mixed side there.
What have Kāpiti got now? They look to go again to this right-hand side. Oh, touchdown. Looked like it was actually going to be shut down. Last time we seen it was Dickey to Lane. This time it's Lane to Dickey, and finally pops it out to the winger there in screen, who goes down for Kāpiti Horowhenua's 5th touchdown. Here we see Lane to Dickey. Dickey just gets on the outside, pops a beautiful pass over. Desperately trying to see the number. I think it's 15. Greer Gibbs goes over. Kāpiti Horowhenua 5, Counties Manukau 3.
Yeah, I think I might have put the commentator's curse there on the left-hand side of County's defence there, but there's not much you can do about the hot hand that Kāpiti Horowhenua is running with at the moment.
Counties, though, what have they got? Ezekiel, which could have link up there with Hauaho. Pressed with... Oh, they get a penalty, though, so they're going to get another chance. Let's see now what Ezekiel Gregg can do. Number 12 in there with Vontae.
And this is that opportunity I told you about earlier, that we need to see counties coming in for a strike, and that's what they are threatening to do. We talked about it earlier. Number 12 goes in for Counties Manukau, Ezekiel. We've spoken about him all game. We give them that opportunity on the 7-metre line, and they punish them.
Knew what they wanted. Just manipulated the defenders, got him on the outside, stepped off the left, and it's just how low he was. We've already commented on how much of a great game Taylor Dickey has had, but such was that quality of that dive then, getting low, getting under. He just couldn't quite get to him. Kāpiti, though, they won't mind that. They'll be fired up, ready to get one back in the lead, 5-4.
Yeah, I think we can see a bit of feeling starting to creep into the game. The touches are becoming a little bit more meaningful, which is always good to see. The competitive level, day one, long tournament, but it's awesome to see.
Meaningful, is that code for hard touches?
Yes it is.
Nice drive there, and of course, once those words come out of my mouth, it causes a drop ball.
It'll be interesting to see who Kāpiti send on here. I'd say the coaches will be looking to send their strike set on as we get close to the 4-minute mark remaining. The score 5-4. Kāpiti, unfortunately, an error there.
Yeah, a bit of ping pong actually, hasn't there been? A penalty here, an error there. Of what has been such an accurate game. You spoke about it before, Sean, how accurate this Kāpiti team have been. We just had a few errors again there. Kāpiti now, though, fresh legs. Looking to create an overlap. Good touch there from the 13 Counties Manukau, Brooklyn Vano.
Yeah, critical touch that was to keep counties within arm's length of the score here. Still 5-4. As we see Kāpiti Horowhenua on the 7. Maybe looking to give counties a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. A great touch there from the number 5, Vontae.
They really seem to favour this right-hand side, Kāpiti Horowhenua. I guess it's probably, Sean, because that's where their male link player is. No, it's not. It's because number 12, from Kāpiti Horowhenua is on that wing, and if you want a touchdown, you want to get it to her. Kawana Cooper Rudy, see her here in this replay with no space to move, and it takes real discipline to just really hold in there rather than cut back. Two-hand put down. Boys, take a note of that. Two-hand put down, safely done. 6-4, Kāpiti Horowhenua.
Yes, Riley Dickey having a little bit of a field day out there. He's been very impressive this afternoon, and it's going to show on the scoreboard. He's brought them back from what was before a 3-1 down scoreline to now leading 6-4. Kāpiti Horowhenua look like they might have one hand on the game this far.
Now, I am not a mind reader, but I am super confident that at the 2-minute mark, you're going to see that QR code pop up on your screens that we talked about earlier around the Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, as we see. Lucky had white boots because I'm pretty sure they're on the white line. Get your phones ready to come and take a snap of that QR code. There it is there. So you can nominate your homegrown hero back in your rohe. There it is. My name's Mike Williams. I live in Paidos, just in case you needed to know the details to put in there. Here he is, Taylor Dickey, nearly sets things up again. Great work there on defence. Counties Manukau 6-4, minute 48 to go. Still time, Sean.
Yeah, a little bit of freedom the boys are playing with from Kāpiti Horowhenua out there. They went out there to look like they were having a little bit of fun to close out this half, but I'm not going to count out Counties Manukau just yet. I know the coaching staff will be in the box giving them a few little trick plays, a few little pointers of what to do with a minute 30 left in this game.
Minute 30 to go. Here he is, Ezekiel, working in conjunction once again with Maruaki Hunt. Kāpiti Horowhenua, though, equal to the task. There's one of those meaningful touches you talked about and the waine there of this Kāpiti team, letting the ref know that was a little bit too meaningful. Nice hands. Very disjointed set so far. However, they haven't turned the ball over. Up by 2 now into the last minute. Things look like this Kāpiti team are going to take a well-deserved win. Last touch now, looking to finish as close as they can to the touchdown, or even better, was that pass forward? Referee Yonka said it was. I'll tell you what, the referee couldn't have been in a better position if he wanted to then.
Yeah, I think he wasn't quite expecting that pass back inside. He was almost at the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, just in front. But what a try that would have been.
What can counties do? Now it's around finishing in the right fashion, taking momentum into their next game. Most teams having 3 or 4. Another great pickup there from the referees, just unfortunately.
As we hear the final huta go for the round 4, kua mutu tēnei kēmu, nā Kāpiti Horowhenua I toi tēnei kēmu, te kēmu tua whā, he mihi nui ki ngā tima e rua, te pūkinga o ngā tangata katoa I runga I te whira, heoi anō, he mihi ki ngā kaiwau katoa, tino rawe tēnei kēmu, nō reira, tēnei tumihi ki a koutou katoa.